I've gotten some books bought online because I wanted to read, and rather than putting off going to the bookstore yet again because something came up, I made my selection on Amazon and gained a newfound excitement for the coming of books. I read an article once, a long time ago, that noticed how people don't browse as much in a bookshop anymore, as online buying is more prevalent, and thus the act of creating one's perfect list of books takes hold. People are reading, but losing something at the same time. That slow walking along the aisle, thumbing through bindings, pulling a title from the shelf, judging its cover and its words as one quietly reads a paragraph or two, hoping with wonder that it will spark an interest. You either put it back with a dull indifference or become enamored and decide, this is the book that I will take a chance on. I thought there's magic in that, a book buying experience that is both daring and exciting. The thrill of discovery, the burden lifted that not everything has to be carefully curated, selected, decided upon based on the opinions of others. And on that note, because it's been far too long since I've been in a bookshop of any kind and therefore have not read anything that is new to me fiction-wise, I curated a thoughtful selection, bought these books online, and found a new excitement. My books are coming, and I will get to read again. I decided on We Have Always Lived in a Castle by Shirley Jackson because someone posted the first paragraph on Reddit, and I was completely hooked. Next is Open City by Teju Cole, because I wanted to read beginnings and get lost in the poetry and prose. Demon Copperhead, Barbara Kingsolver, because I read an excerpt a long time ago, and I remembered this book as I don't know if I would ever read something like this. The Goldfinch, because apparently it's good. However, I was completely shocked when I saw the size of it. I did not look at page amounts for any of these books because I decided to take a chance on just reading the summary of them. So that was interesting. I didn't browse a bookshop or a library, taking a chance on an unknown title. I've usually gotten my books in that way. This is actually the first time that I have bought books online. It always felt strange to me, weird to me. And I did like that aspect of going to the bookstore with one book in mind and then browsing the rest of it to see if anything else might spark my interest. Now, Jeffrey got a bunch of little books more geared toward psychology, stoicism, minimalism. There's Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, Poetics by Aristotle. I read that one. It's an interesting book. However, I wanted to get lost in some really deep fiction. And him buying his books online made me realize I can do that too. Why am I putting off buying books because I want to go to the bookstore? It's just not lining up right now, and I want to read. Why not take advantage of that? Anyways, I don't know. It's just a me problem, I assume. I still had to make my choice on all of these, and there were plenty of books I searched through and decided against, just like I would have in a brick and mortar. The difference here, I imagine, is going off the suggestion of others in an online space rather than making that organic discovery and decision of one's own accord. But also, what is wrong with that first part? And why did that article make me feel like there something was? It's not to say I'll never go to a bookstore or a library and lazily browse the selections ever again, but I also don't want to get hung up on the idea that that's the only way to have an experience. And on that note, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and I'll be seeing you.